Today's most successful organizations count on information technology, or IT, to provide a competitive advantage for their business. These organizations clearly understand their business, and they have linked those business processes to the underlying software and infrastructure that support their operations. This enables them to understand and even predict how technology could potentially impact their business, and also how their business impacts their IT infrastructure. The processes of mapping, measuring, and monitoring IT services in relation to the business processes they support is called Business Service Management, or BSM. For the next few minutes, we'll discuss how Novell's BSM offering, Novell Operations Center, can help you align your IT infrastructure with the goals and processes of the business you're supporting and position IT to become more efficient and ready to drive growth and innovation. To begin, let's look at two common problems most IT organizations are facing today. First, the IT organization and the business it supports have very different organizational structures. And second, too much emphasis is placed on maintaining the current operations rather than helping the business grow and innovate. To illustrate the first problem, IT is divided into groups like data center, network, applications, service center, and so on. On the other hand, the business is structured around finance, human resources, sales, distribution, etc. Simply rearranging the IT org chart won't fix the problem. The IT services that support the business typically have components from multiple IT groups. These components need to be clearly organized and mapped back to a specific business service, such as accounts payable or human resources. Creating this link between the IT infrastructure and the business facilitates the creation of meaningful service level agreements, and also serves to mitigate unplanned outages that may impact the business. For example, IT is planning to upgrade some of their network infrastructure. If the mapping of IT infrastructure is done properly, it will be very clear which business processes will be affected by the changes, and also the potential financial impact if service levels are breached. Business Service Management enables you to link IT changes to specific business impacts. This will also enable IT to communicate more effectively with the business and reduce unplanned outages. Now let's look at the second problem of balancing maintenance with innovation. CIOs must keep their eye on running the current business as effectively as possible. However, as IT budgets shrink, simply maintaining the current environment takes a bigger slice of the pie. In fact, many studies have shown that as much as 85% of IT operations budgets are being spent on maintaining the current infrastructure and simply reacting to problems. This inefficiency is partly due to the explosion in the number of devices, databases, applications, and networks. It's becoming a challenge to simply stay ahead of the sprawl. Other issues are created by the abundance of monitoring and management tools in use for tracking performance, capacity, availability, and so forth. While all these tools provide some value on their own, few, if any, correlate their findings with the business processes they support or provide root cause analysis to help diagnose and shorten outages and downtime. More alerts and alarms is not the answer. Getting the right information to the right person at the right time is the key. Let's illustrate this by looking at a simple example of the automobile. Cars, like the world of IT, have become more and more complex over time. There are computers, sensors, safety devices, emission controls, etc. Even mechanics need extensive training and special equipment to maintain modern vehicles. All of these systems need to interact with each other to provide the service of transportation. Rather than reporting on every separate system at a level that the operator couldn't possibly understand by adding more dials and switches, the car has a rather simple dashboard that correlates systems and events and presents a few gauges and warning lights. These warnings occur so that the operator can be proactive and avoid dangerous situations or even severe damage to the automobile itself. As a simple example, the gas gauge constantly monitors the fuel level and presents it with a simple gauge. If the fuel falls below a preset service level, a warning light alerts the driver to take action. Similar indicators are available to monitor tire pressure, emissions, fluid levels, and so forth. Mechanics can get even more detailed event monitoring to quickly pinpoint problems and reduce downtime by shortening the process to diagnose problems. Businesses today want to be as effective and efficient as possible and need IT to be a competitive advantage for them to grow and innovate. That is causing IT to become even more competitive. The business today has more options than ever to look outside the organization for things such as infrastructure as a service or software as a service offerings that might better meet their needs or their service requirements. To remain viable, it is critical for IT departments to have a service-centric view of their offerings coupled with a clear understanding of how these services are linked to the business. From there, IT can more effectively monitor and manage those IT services and report back to the business how it is performing against its service level agreements. Using Novell Operations Center, you can turn IT complexity into business simplicity and align IT to be more focused on driving growth and innovation as opposed to simply maintaining the status quo. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about business service management and how Novell Operations Center can transform your business. For more information, please visit our website at www.novell.com/BSM.